Hail, intrepid viewers, and welcome back to A Second Before Us. I think we're on the 4th second before us now. Still reading letters, we're in a simulation right now. We just broke out of that cage, in case you'd forgotten, but I trust you remember. Part 1. Long live the Great Nile. You give life to hundreds of thousands, demanding nothing in return. It seems you have seen everything. Famine, wars, terrible droughts, fear, and joy, life, and death. There is no time for you. It seems that your death will come only with the end of the universe, and perhaps even that will pass you by. And as strong and limitless is the Nile, so strong was the bitterness of Isis, daughter of Hebe, when Set killed her husband Osiris. Many tears were shed by Isis over her murdered husband. There was no hope, but suddenly, the dry wind of the desert brought faith and determination, and Isis realized that it was time to act. Like Shakespeare? Act the fool? Man, I'm sure you guys can see a lot more than I can, because I can barely see anything. We got a Starfleet insignia banner over here. Oh right, I forgot we had glowing people in this game. It's been so long since I've seen one. They're never gonna not scare me. What are you doing? What is it? Are you walking? Is it a leg? What is going on with you? You're weird. Gimme. No lantern for me? Okay, great. What are you doing? Fade away. Yep, that really was super clear what was going on. It's like a Watcher in the Water Moria scene come up. Oh, let's go through the rock. Sure. Couldn't even really see the rock. I'm not gonna explore that water. That water is too creepy, and I doubt I could go in it. And even if I could, I really don't want to. So unless the game explicitly makes me, I'm not gonna. You again. Is she carrying something? Is she in a skirt? God dang it, minimizing game. Maybe there's something behind this rock that'll help. Some secret. Of course not. Oh, this is cool. Ooh, this is real cool. Boom, you faded. I can't tell if I'm supposed to tell who she is, what she's carrying. But I can kind of tell it's a female, and that's basically end of list of things I can tell. This looks like one of the track marks from Evolve. Okay, broken barrels. Spooky, scary footprint. To a wall. Not sure what I'm supposed to do with that. I walked on it, which is pretty much the extent of my ability to interact with things if they don't want to respond to the F key. There's a joke in there somewhere. Respond to my F key. Key of F? Is that better? It looks like there's something off to the left. Probably a red herring. This Tupperware. A tiny cage for babies. The lantern. Ooh. Gallifreyan. And it is a dead end. Okay. One of these days, I will actually resolve to the thing I've been saying I'm going to do the entire LP. Of not actually exploring shortcuts because they never prove worthwhile. Open! I can't see. Is there a switch? I see a shadow. I see a shadow. I stepped on the mark. Do I need to place something on the mark? Gosh, diggity dang. So far, this game hasn't had any super stumping puzzles. But it's only a matter of time. This may be the first one, given how, not... So this game has a problem, potentially, that a lot of point-and-click adventure games have. So some point-and-click adventure games, it's a very hard line to draw like a scene with a lot of cool, interesting stuff in it, without obscuring which are the key elements, the things that are important to interact with, to solve puzzles, progress, etc., etc. This game might be having that problem, where the world's just kind of natural. There's nothing sticking out as like a sore thumb saying, hey, interact with me to progress. And you don't want things sticking out like a sore thumb. But in general, you also don't want people getting stuck for dumb reasons. Oh, hey, your thing. Okay. Wow. Should've seen that before. I don't recall seeing the thing I can stick this into, though. It's probably right by the door. That footprint thing was oblong, like it was trying to point to this lever, but it wasn't pointing at the lever at all. It's kind of pointing by the lever. Please tell me the lever slot is around here. We got cool stuff. I really don't see anything though. But it's so dark. Who knows what I'm not seeing? Is that the lady we were seeing? The fady lady? Okay, come on, lever, do a thing. Nope. Okay, let's have wandered up and down this valley 3 times so far. Let's fast forward while I discover the lever slot. Ah, I found it. Wasn't too bad. That pillar was relatively unique. It wasn't hidden in some symmetrical piece of anything. There's no marking near it, which is interesting. Not a bad thing per se, but a potential inconsistency. Are you gonna light up? No. Is it a mini cloning jar to clone mini mummies that we've seen before? Okay, more footprints. Bloody blue footprints. Nothing hidden under here, except more shadows. This game is probably the darkest game I've ever played, I think. Without having me touch the gamma at all. I'm trying to remember if, what's like the classic horror game? The one that everyone talked about a couple years ago. Footprints lead to the pool. This is to the pool? Or is this to the pool? Which way is to the pool? Well, it's a cool cat statue. Oh, what was the game? Discord? Nope, that's not a game. Unhinged? Nope. It's the game with you go crazy when you look at the monster runs around. Anyway, that game. That game might have been darker than this game. Maybe. Give me that. I need it. It's a grail or something. What we got? For many years, wait, part 2. Did I read part 1? Is that the 2-page thing outside? For many years, the heartbroken Isis traveled through the vast desert to find her husband's body, which Set had torn into small pieces and scattered throughout Egypt. And when all the pieces were finally collected together like the Dragon Balls, Isis built an altar made of clay, where she placed a bowl filled with healing water from the holy spring and the crown of Osiris. And then she said an ancient spell. S-P-E-L-L. Spell. And the gods rejoiced. So we got a cup and a note. I imagine those are the only things in this room. For this room to offer more would be suspicious. Amnesia! That's the game I'm thinking of. Ironic when you can't remember its name. Okay, are you the same person? Kneeling supplication person. We have a cup. We have fire. Okay, jumped on this. Great. The altar of Isis. Can't interact with it. Has a spyglass though. Or can minimize the game. Great. One of those clicks had to work. Theoretically. Let's spyglass that water. Nothing. What's my quest say? Do I have a quest? Put necessary items on the altar of Isis. Perhaps I am missing an item. God dang it, minimization. We do have one cup. Should I have also have grabbed the Ankh? What are you holding this? A hoe and an Ankh. I don't see any clues as to what sort of things I need. I was guessing I maybe had to fill the goblet with water. Why is the water interactable? Stop minimizing the game! Let's go back and look for more stuff. Ah, so I think what happened is I did at some point fill the cup with water. Now what? More items were needed though. Okay, I mean, they did say items plural, but in my explorationing to discover the water cup thing, I didn't see any other items that were pick-upable. Pickle-upable? Pick-up? Able to be picked up? Yeah, so I guess we'll just keep looking. Great. Oh. How the heck did I miss this? The cat statue's gone. Did that happen when I put the cup down? Well, I just wasted way too much time. The tomb of Osiris. I'll take the crown. And no Ankh, okay. Part 3. She turned into a huge hawk, then soared onto the altar where Osiris lay, and she became pregnant. That's how that works. Osiris was not resurrected, but he gave a son to Isis. Oh, that's necrophilia. Whom she named Gore. Oh, that's a good name. Gore took revenge on Set for his father's death and mother's grief. Long live the great Nile, the tears of Isis. June 3rd, 1997. I am so happy. No one knows yet, although I could never keep secrets. But I am pregnant. Did you just sit on an altar? Still, so much to learn. I don't have time for everything now. The appearance of a child in the family is definitely a great joy, but also a great responsibility. No, I am not saying that we need to completely change ourselves and stop enjoying life, but this is probably the last entry in my diary. You're gonna get wiped. And it isn't because of the baby. No, it is definitely because of me. I feel the changes within myself. I don't know how many good and bad things await me in the future, but I want the last entry in my diary to be this record, as a reminder of the bright days of my youth. I didn't notice when I became an adult. Jennifer. Am I Jennifer? I don't think I'm Jennifer. I'm like, what is it? 8157 or something like that? Place it on the altar. Is that everything? Also, I maxed the brightness in this game. Oh, look at that. Look at that saunter. Look at that. That's like the little kid walking into the news interview type stroll there. That's a confident gait. Follow you. You look like you know where you want to go, and I want to go there too. Do I'm gonna go this way now? What's the quest say? Return to the place of arrival. Okay, let's just do that then. This game's a lot better with the bright. It's actually still not that bright with max brightness. It's pretty not dark, but it's not the brightest thing ever either. I'm gonna leave it this way though. And I will probably also stop adding even more gamma in post. We'll see how that works. It may not work out well. I may still have to add more gamma because YouTube loves to hate gamma. Are we gonna go back to our room, or are we gonna go back to the courtyard through the ventilation duct? I am curious. Is this day 4 or day 5? Day 5! The truth is somewhere near. Boom, right here. Cool. Never going back to my room. The truth is somewhere near. That door looks closed. I assume that means B doors. Wide open. Or unlocked, rather. Let's see. No whammies? No whammies. Cool! That's slick. We got garbage. We got 2 storage zone. More garbage. When you doors want to open for me? Thank you. Let's do a cool... Whoa, look at that glass. That's not pretty. That is not pretty. Oh, I can't jump. Can I go on the side? Okay, that worked. How do I use ladder? Is it a proximity? How do I climb? Does the ladder go infinitely? That's hilarious. That's weird. It's W to go down, even though I'm facing the wrong way. Am I supposed to try all these doors? Because that seems like work that I don't want to do. Because I'm, again, pretty sure it's not going to pay off. So I'll just drop into garbage then. Give me a crowbar? Crowbar? Crowbar. Everybody likes a crowbar. Crow this. Bam. Oh, this is even worse than the air duct, though. I'm pretty sure I've seen this moss before. In Infra. A little glowier there. The same shape. Great. Ominous music. Lovely. Fills me just brimming with confidence and pluck. Biomass. What do we got? Storage. Tech level. Ah. Yes. Are you sure it's not the water park? Garbage box. You know, I'm gonna open up a door one of these times. I'm gonna be looking at the ground, just looking at stuff. There's gonna be a monster. I'm just gonna completely miss it because I'm too busy looking at biomass. Safety rules. In case of a biological emergency, does that mean like diarrhea? Staff must ensure that the infected compartment is sealed. The air supply system must be disabled to prevent the ingress of contaminants to the ventilation system. Cool. Don't know if putting it on some rando's locker is the best way to disseminate that information, but I'm not going to question it for now. Ooh, I like that. That looks like something from Westerado or Owlboy. Something with good pixely graphics. The same circuit as before. Ooh, an old-fashioned radio and a lantern. I do not understand the tech level of this world. Very mixed. I guess maybe they just prioritized one kind of tech over another. No hugging? Run the oxygen supply system for the access. Oh, no oxygen, I think it said. Read that for me, would you be a lamb? I just knew that this bespectacled asshole would bring nothing but trouble. He constantly moaned and complained that he was framed by the computer, bong, and he shouldn't be in the detention block. I said that I had to lock him. This is me they're talking about, right? I said that I had to lock him in a cell for now, but perhaps nothing worse would happen. And then this suicide bomber released all those nano-termites. Don't know how he managed to smuggle them on through the scanner. Now the entire complex is in terrible danger. I have no choice. I must follow the instructions and sacrifice the people working in the infected block. They have already been infected by nano-termites. To save the whole complex, most likely a technical floor will be closed indefinitely. Although termites won't live long without nutrition. We can't take the risk. I can't imagine how scared those people are right now. First, they will suffocate because the air supply is turned off, and then the nanotermites will eat their lifeless bodies. Terrible death. Well, the termites aren't necessarily part of, like, the actual death. I mean, they are the reason for the death, but they're not, like, actively involved. Closed. FAS compartments are sealed. FAR compartments are sealed. That Z is an R somehow. Okay, well, I won't go through here. You know this is going to turn into a sequence of me having to dodge nano-termite swarms. I'm going to do it terribly. Great tank, great ladder, great, love it. There's 2 doors out of here. Let's explore this first. Explodey barrel. Nothing important here. Let's check out this door first. Locked. I do have a key card. Locked. Great. Oh, you're a thing. Okay. Are you locked? Close this door? Good. Makes me feel a lot safer. Still locked. What about you? Also still locked? Of course. Of flippin' course. Can I climb this ladder to see anything cool? No. No. Yeah, it seemed like I adhered to it somehow. This is the oxygen supply system switch. So that, I guess, probably means the locked door is going to be unlocked? Bingo! Bingo bongo. Where are the nanotermites? Another key card. It thinks it won, trapping me here. Not so easy. Yes, this computer is not as simple as it seems. It controls virtually everything. It sees our every step. I'm confident that the Inhuman Project Reborn is entirely its idea and its devious plan. Well, I'm not as simple as I seem either. I've considered all the possibilities, even this one. They won't have time to take my memory. I'll always be in one step ahead of them. I like your guff. Let's see what this precious machine says when I pour nanotermites into the ventilation. I will free mankind from the power of the computer. I know I must sacrifice many innocent people. I hope the residential complex has its own ventilation system. But in the end, they will realize. They will understand me and be thankful to me. I'll leave it for history. My personal number is 978, an ordinary colonist with an unusual fate. My story is one of phenomenal courage and a great mind. This guy needs to ease up on the caps, number 978. Am I 978? I don't remember. Is this supposed to be impactful? I feel really bad if I'm supposed to be like, what? That's me? And I'm not. Although to be fair, even if I remembered that I was 979, probably wouldn't have reacted that way anyway. Bio. Nanotermites. Those nanotermites know how to sculpt. Run away! It's a nice font. I quite like that. No electricity. Okay, cool. Oh, I don't have the crowbar anymore, do I? Don't I? I should still have the crowbar. My crowbar should be able to open anything. The crowbar's like a universal key. Biomath. There's nothing... Is that supposed to be me who did that? Or is it supposed to scare me because it couldn't have been me? It's the nanotermites clumsily knocking over things. Like buckets. Those clumsy goofs. Golf is the word, sure. That's the last few gasps of air. I didn't think it would end this way for me. It's a shame I can't call to mind anything important before I die. They say termites don't leave anything. It'll be as if I had never existed. Ha! The last thing I'll do in life is turn off the power to the elevator. Very scary! Last words were written by a trembling hand. I didn't know y'all were made entirely out of wood. Who knew in the future... people will be made out of wood. So you turn the power... oh, there we go. Power. Real glad I didn't miss that. I assume that restored power to the elevator. I think it's a pretty safe assumption. You are locked. Broken. Bazoken, even. This elevator just knows where to go on its own. Let's go kill GLaDOS. It's more music. Muzak? Why is this there? Like the loading zone of the elevator? If you were in here, this is overcrowded. These doors are cool though. This seems to be a pretty like common like door look in the future. Jeez. Get the crap out of me. Stop it. Okay, we got an obelisk. Right or left? This is giving me a strange flashback to Dark Souls 2. With the don't go on note. When you meet that wizard guy trapped behind the force field. And he's on the left. So I'm going right. Stop it, you clumsy termite oafs. You're breaking everything. So we can't have nice things. With nano termites. Plates, cups, broken... Daft Punk face. Information news flash. Yep, I'm up to date on the news. Need a key card. Great. I get to go all the way around. Is there a note? Please be something useful or something worthwhile. Great. Guys, if any of you found my key card from the storage area, please leave it in the guard post. Small reward for the person who does. How do you prove who left it there, though? Do you leave your name with it? Or something? Can I catch up the note? Yeah. Rules for storage staff. Colonists are not allowed in storage under any circumstances. Well, you sure waste a lot of paper for such a very short list of rules. This looks like a guardhouse. Don't touch it. Oh, I can't touch it. Hey, is this my room? No. Key card. So you get a big pack of jumbo cigarettes for the big man. I assume it's gonna be locked because we got the key card solving on. Oh, they're not locked. You get a plant, you lucky dog. I didn't get a plant. Having returned after another grueling day in the simulation environment, I found that the ventilation grill was open. According to the engineer's report, he left his papers on my desk, he carried out the regular maintenance. He didn't even replace the ventilation grill. Now I have a hurricane in my room. What if a rat crawls through this hole? I will write a complaint to the council authorities. They should discipline their workers for such poor quality work. I bet it's the same guy. He just goes around. He's like, Harry Tuttle. He just goes around and tries to get people woke. Another hard day. Day after day, I repeat the same things with no end in sight. They promise to return our memories to us. Well, of course they do. What kind of idiot would say anything to upset their ideal slave? Discovered today that the ventilation grill was removed. The room is in such chaos I didn't notice immediately. Is there a passage? Today I sneaked into the secret archives of the complex. I found a lot of information about Delta, including information about the complex's main computer. I need to think everything over. I'm becoming more and more convinced that this computer is not as harmless as it seems. That's saying a lot, because it really seems super harmful. It is responsible for the safety, for the electrical supply, for the council elections, for everything. Now I'm absolutely sure it is the head of Delta. This means that everything happening here is its devilish plan. It wants to destroy us all, or enslave us, or something. I don't know yet, but I'm going to find out the truth. I must act decisively and quickly. I'll save Delta from its control. Well, good luck. It appears you failed. Wait. That says 978. What do the other ones say? Can I open this? No. Birdies. You also say 978. 977. Okay. Because I would love it if they all said 978. Because we were all clones of the same person, and for some reason they were too lazy to give us unique numbers, so we were all 978. I guess I would save on pre-recorded messages. No scripts calling somebody the wrong number. What if this is one of those facilities where rich people just have themselves cloned so that when they have like a kidney problem, they kill the clone and then give the rich person the kidney? What was it? The Island was the newer version. The Island was a there have been two versions of that story called The Island, but there's also an MST3K episode with the exact same plotline. One of my favorite episodes. I can't remember the name of the movie though. It's not The Island, but it is The Island. The story is The Island. I think it's called The Island. Have you ever thought about those containers we ship to storage every day? I became more and more curious, so once at the end of a shift, I opened one to see what was inside. And what do you think? It was empty. Nothing at all. I opened empty containers, one after another, every one. What do you think? Is it worth investigating? While I was writing this note, a new delivery came. Of containers. Bum bum bum. That was really not that dramatic. A new delivery of containers? What else would it be a delivery of? If you said empty containers, then maybe you'd have a case for being so dramatic. But you didn't say empty containers, so we don't know. We can only assume. Hello, camera. That's the first camera I've been consciously aware of. Here we are in Cerebro. Don't go running around the Cerebro. Oh no! No, I want to go down. There's a note over there. No! Crap. Crap. Will it go down if I step on it again? It's not gonna go down, is it? Gosh dang it! Almost had a good run. Actually, this is the last checkpoint. Where are we? Here? Do I have the key card? Yeah, baby! Let's, I'm gonna jump cut to that note. Reveal your secrets to me, note! Do you know what I think? They are afraid. Yes, they are afraid that we will riot and the council will lose power. Employees of the complex are strictly prohibited under penalty of erasing from contacting the colonists. The colonists are even denied their right to see other people. They separate us, understand? I wouldn't be surprised if they wanted to turn all the citizens of Delta into colonists. I'm not sure the difference between that. I'm not sure what those two things are. Colonists of where? In the meantime, they keep us busy with imitation work so we don't ask awkward questions. I hope to hear what you think about all this at our regular meeting in the canteen. I was just in the canteen. I didn't see anything. Who were they meeting? That raised a lot of questions. That was an interesting note. Once again, though, it makes me feel like I've forgotten the important details, which I should know, that would give that note more meaning. Yeah, whatever. It's fine. I'm glad I did that anyway. Is there gonna be a canteen too? Does every floor have a canteen? Is it like, any tech company? So we see moving cars. Presumably, there are people in them. They could be autonomous, I suppose. It's reasonably likely. The Prior's Diary. Memory is probably the most amazing property of our mind. Memory shapes us, our relationships. Memory is the basis of our perception of the world. But what forms a memory? Every person is unique from birth. From the birth. And therefore possesses memory with previously recorded presets. But who produces these memory presets, and most importantly, how? There are many opinions about this. I have my own. It is believed that someone, or something, it doesn't matter, forms human consciousness, recording in his memory those characters. sexist, those character traits that will be used by man in life. For example, it can form the sense of compassion in a person generating drama at the lighthouse, or instill curiosity in man, forcing him to solve puzzles while exploring the ancient observatory. The feeling of love also is very important. A lot of values and qualities are being formed, and not only those that are approved by society. All this forms our individuality and makes us different from each other. This is the basis that every person is free to use for further development. Not sure. Can't even rattle the knob. So he's just kind of mentioned the things that we've done. Latest news. Whiteout. I'm not sure how to interpret that though. Are they using the simulations to shape our memories and shape our personalities? I am skeptical about getting a sufficient amount of closure in this game. Sufficient in the sense that, I'm not gonna be able to piece the veg god. I'm not gonna be able to piece everything together on my own. So I'm a dum-dum. And so I'm just gonna be confused by the ending. I hope that's not the case, but I suspect it will be. Hangar 13. Can't read those. Keeping your eye out for notes. No note. You know, I don't know that I've walled. These walls are really high. I don't know. Oh, I went the wrong way. I don't know that, I would think these veggies would get enough sunlight. I don't know, I guess a little greenhouse thing. It's a pretty cool setup, regardless, I suppose. I won't criticize it further. Ooh, trees! Reasonably successful trees. A little close, but, oh. It's windier and birdier here. I don't know why. Is there anything hidden on the far side of that fence? Like a note? No. Can't talk to that box. I mean, talk to that box. Interact with that box. I thought I could pull out like a hoe or something. Little pyramid. Great delta. Lights for some reason. Whoa! The light at the end of the tunnel. Okay. I'm gonna end the episode here because I think we're gonna go to day 6. This was a long episode already because I got carried away. Thank you guys so much for watching. Oh, the same day. Unknown location. Cool. This smacks of finale to me, but we shall see in the next episode. Signature catchphrase. Hail, intrepid viewers, and welcome back to A Second Before Us. We're still on day 5. Technically, this is the second part of day 5, and we're actually, I guess we're playing Gone Home. I wonder if these are developers. I'm glad at how poorly shaped that heart is, because whenever I try to do that shape, which I guess is rarely, I can never form the heart quite right. About as well as that picture was. Ooh, bellies, gross. No dumping. Why is the sun... We went downwards. Are these like, what do you call those? Focusing lenses. It's like some Greek name, right? Like Ichabod's lenses. Galileo's engines. Geppetto's... Those aren't Greek, are they? A little kitchenette with a glowing door. Why is everything so glowing? May 17, 1993. Well, that's all. The beginning of adulthood. Textbooks go to the hell. Here I am. This is new me. I need to relax a bit and gather strength. Work at the history department promises to be exciting. September 3rd, 1993. It's just fabulous. I've never thought that my work will prove so fascinating. Well, it's just the beginning because it is my first business trip. Hopefully he will be there too. This is a long one. July 12th, 1994. Dear Diary. Sorry I haven't written for ages, but there's never enough time. I don't know if I should describe everything that's happened during my absence, and so many things have happened. I think I'll save my paper. Smiley face. I'll say just one thing. He loves me. January 10th, 1995. Tomorrow! I've been waiting for this day for so long. I know that everything is ready, but I feel excited and even a little scared now. Okay, I must keep myself in hand. Everything will be fine because I love him and he loves me. Damn, I can't write anymore. I need to distract myself. June 3rd, 1987. I'm so happy. No one knows yet, although I could never keep secrets, but I am pregnant. Still so much to learn. I don't have time for everything now. The appearance of a child in the family is definitely a great joy, but also a great responsibility. We read it already. No, I'm not saying that we need to completely change ourselves and stop enjoying life, but this is probably the last entry in my diary. And it isn't because of the baby, and it's because of me. I feel the changes myself. I read this as well. Right? Didn't notice when I came in Google. Yeah, I read all those. We read all these. Brown rice again. Okay. Music's very freaking dramatic right now. Into the white light again. I hear a motor. 183 is ready. Body's integration has done something. Do you want to continue? Is my memories being dumped back into me? Yes. System.reload. Am I a robot with memories? The system was reloaded. System set environment Delta. File new 184. Simulation start. New preparation process was started. So is this the end of the game? The end! Okay, so we are robots, and these simulations are to shape how we perceive the world, I guess. Who knows if there ever actually was an apocalypse? I don't know what to make. We never saw the talking orb! A strange game. Very walking simulator-y. Very... what's the word? Symbological? I don't know how to phrase this. I liked it on the whole, though. The experience was good. Oddly, I actually kind of wish the game was longer. Usually this kind of game, I want it to be a short, tight, compact story, but I think because they drip-fed us the story in such small little notes, in not the easiest way to follow, I would have liked a little more, exposition, I guess. But I guess maybe they're deliberately having the end kind of stay open to interpretation. I have my own, which I just said, but I would be curious to hear your thoughts, either on the story, the game, etc., you know, the usual end of a video game drill. This obviously is going to be added on to the end bit. It's not going to be its own episode, that'd be terrible. So, thank you guys for watching. I don't know what game is next, but I will see you guys in whatever it is. Signature catchphrase.